Hey friends, good morning. Why a 25-year amortization is the worst decision you can make with regards to your mortgage. Mortgage hack number one. So, you know how a lot of people are like, oh, I want to pay off my mortgage as soon as possible, fast, fast, fast. I want to, pay biweekly accelerated, and therefore I'll pay off my mortgage faster. And I absolutely agree with you. That is one method people use to pay off their mortgage faster. There's no trick to it. It's very, very basic math. I'll go over that math in a second. But the worst thing that people can do is do a 25-year amortization voluntarily to try to pay off their mortgage. One, the reason it's so bad is because it limits your finances. It really puts your family's cash flow on this certain budget where the banks have control over you and not you. You don't have control over your finances. The banks have control over your finances. So the one biggest hack that everybody knows about is the biweekly accelerated hack. Now, I'm going to tell you another better hack, in my opinion, is better than doing a 25-year AM and better than doing biweekly accelerated. But let's go over the biweekly accelerated one first. So biweekly accelerated is very, very simple, guys. The reason it pays off your mortgage faster is because you actually make an extra two payments every single year. Let's go over some math. So let's just say your mortgage payment is $1,000 per month. In 1 year, you're going to pay 12 grand per month, right? But when you go biweekly accelerated, your biweekly payments will be $500. But there are 26 biweekly periods in a year. So that means you go 500 times 26 is $13,000. So that extra $1,000, that extra payment that you make throughout the year will accelerate your mortgage and pay off your mortgage faster. So let's just say you're on a 25-year AM. If you did accelerated biweekly, you'll go down to 22 years. So it's great for those individuals who are paid every 2 weeks and you match it to your pay period. Absolutely, it's absolutely fine. If you're on a 30-year AM, it'll go down to 26, 27. It's perfectly good. But again, a 25-year AM, in my opinion, is the worst thing that you can do for your family. And again, it limits your finances because you're forced to pay that payment. So let's just say you have a $500,000 mortgage and your monthly mortgage payment is $2,500 per month. You're like, yeah, I could totally do that. That's no problem. It's easy peasy for us. We change it biweekly accelerated. It's so easy, right? But then rates start increasing. Just like a lot of clients who experienced it over the last 12 months, where prime kept on increasing, therefore your payment kept on increasing. And I saw this over and over and over again, where a client on a 25-year AM, their $2,500 regular budget that they could totally afford, all of a sudden went up to $4,000 per month. They're like, oh my goodness, how do I afford that? But if this client was on a 30-year amortization, their mortgage payment would not have jumped up as high. Okay, so with a 25-year amortization, they are bad for you. They limit your finances. This is what you can do instead. So for me, I like to do the longest amortization possible. So in the past, there were 40-year amortizations, and that's what I did. I signed up for a 40-year amortization without any hesitation. Right now, the maximum with federal regulated lenders is 30 years amortization. There are some lenders that will allow 35 years right now, but it's on a case-by-case basis. So if you want to do a 35-year AM and lower your monthly payments so that it could be more affordable, contact me. But a 30-year amortization is kind of the norm right now. By doing a 30-year amortization and doing biweekly salary, you have lower monthly payments, but you can still pay off your mortgage fast by taking advantage of your prepayment privileges. So for me, what I did was I did a 40-year amortization, or let's just say today, a 30-year amortization, and I took advantage of the prepayment lump sum payments where I had control over my monthly payments. So what I did throughout the year, I made the bare minimum payment. So let's just say my minimum payment is $2,000 per month. I did the bare minimum. But in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm going to put aside $3,000 per month. I put it into this mortgage bucket, this mortgage account. And then as the money gathers up at the end of the year, when I do my tax returns and stuff and I review my finances and I've done my RESPs and my TFSAs and all that stuff, then I was like, okay, this money was put aside towards mortgages. I'm going to use this money and do a lump sum payment. If you do 20% every single year, you'll pay off your mortgage in 5 years. And that's how I did it. I paid off my mortgage in 5 years, but had the most flexibility and most control over my finances and numbers. A lot of lenders have different types of prepayment privileges. There are prepayment privileges that are 10%, Royal Bank's at 10%, and it's one time per year. And if you miss out on that one time per year, then too bad for you. You have to wait till next year. It really, really limits the amount of money that you could put towards a mortgage and pay it off faster. There are the lenders, a lot of the lenders are at around 15%. I work with lenders that are 20%. And if you pay 20% every single year, you pay off your mortgage in less than 5 years. So that is hack number one, is don't do a 25-year amortization. Do a 30-year amortization and do lump sum payments. If you get paid every 2 weeks, you can match it to your pay period. That's fine. So that's fine. You can match it to your pay period. Keep in mind, there's one little thing that the lenders do is they differentiate biweekly accelerated and biweekly regular. Make sure, my friends, that if you are trying to go on the accelerated plan, that they don't inadvertently put you on the regular plan. So how to know whether you're on the regular plan or not? Let's just say your payment is $1,000 per month. If you want to be on the accelerated plan, you take your monthly payment, divide it by 2, and you pay that every 2 weeks, 26 times a year. But if your payment is, let me just do the numbers, is $12,000 divided by 26. If it's $461 every 2 weeks, you're on the biweekly regular payment. You are not accelerating your payment at all. So that, my friend, is hack number one. Do not do a 25-year amortization. If you're forced to do a 25-year amortization, switch it to a 30-year as soon as possible to give your family the most flexibility and what I call a safety net. All right, talk to you next week about hack number two. Also, next week on Tuesday, I am going to be holding my webinar on Tuesday, May 16th. So come to my webinar where you're going to learn how to pay off your mortgage in 15 years or less using the JUMP method. And it's all about owning just one more property, keeping it long term, and then building wealth through real estate. All right, take care, guys. Bye.